Hey everybody, welcome back. I don't think we had one bad game in the previous video, but we didn't have one where the restrictor plate came off the brain. I only got one Tetris video in me tonight. Like, this is the last one. So, it's really, this is do or die territory. And I'm ready. I'm ready to give it all she's got. I'm ready to take all of the legally binding things that slow my brain down away. You know, a muffler won't be required. I want it to be as loud as possible. I don't know many other parts of a car, including those that have a function to do with its speed. So you know what? We're not gonna concern ourselves with that too much at the present moment. And instead, I'm just gonna focus on building a tower, but unfortunately, I have already sort of screwed that up. I don't like to send a line early. Like, first off, it's disrespectful to interrupt somebody else's Zen tower building. But secondly, you don't like to send a line early because it invites lines being sent in return. You don't want to waste your time this early on, you know, be worried about sending lines back and forth forever. It's spiced, but let's atone for our earlier mistakes. More. I want more. More. Two's not enough. Okay. Okay. Careful what you wish for. Careful what you wish for. Let's go. Anyway, the point is, I don't want to waste my life sending, you know, 10 lines back and forth, when instead I could be focusing on something that could, at the end of the day, contribute to getting that dub, you know what I mean? Now, are we at dub status? Mentally, yes. Within the rules of engagement here? Not yet, but it's early. Nobody's at dub status yet. Dude, the attackers are... they're getting a little wild. But are they wild enough? I don't see too much red. I'm hoping that this kind of bucks that trend, though. Where are we at here? 2 KOs, 3 KOs, 25% up. 4 KOs, I mean, things... life comes at you fast, right? Yeah, there you go. There you go. I saw the vein, that delicious vein of fast play, and I said to myself, oh, go mine it. Go mine it. Okay, you know, I still don't see red, but that didn't stop us last time. We're going too wide here. Would I advise? I honestly have no idea. I've heard from many authorities that too wide is a good strategy that I disrespect and should not. I don't necessarily doubt it. But I don't really know how to deal with it, is what I'm trying to say. Okay, we got quite a lot of heat. But there's your maybe too wide coming in, helping you out a little bit there. I think we made just the mildest of mild compromises. May have actually saved us from oblivion. And you know me. I don't talk about Elder Scrolls too much, so if I do, there must be a darn good reason. Okay, you just got a place, like... probably should not build on top of that. There you go. Get out. Get out. This is where we're gonna make them bleed. I didn't love that. But when you're up here at the tippy top, in that rare air, you don't necessarily have to love something to work with it. It has to go here, which means we're dead. Okay, so we got way too spiced there. Who killed us? Whoever killed us is inheriting the win. Congratulations. You beat me. Straight up. We could have done better there. I'm not too disappointed. I'm telling you, like, legitimately, and this is not me believing that we have this kind of impact on the Tetris community, but The first few streams I started playing, coming back, wins just out of your whatever, you know? We were winning so easily. Now, I think that we've maybe been part of a swell that's kickstarted a little bit of extra enjoyment back into Tetris 99. It is what it is. At the end of the day, the worst possible thing that could be happening as a result of us playing more Tetris is that we're getting better at Tetris. Oh no. So I'd love to amp up the win count. But we're doing our part, you know? I mean, I don't know. I don't want to be the kind of guy that's like, feel like I have to justify every loss with like, how did it happen, you know? You're just gonna lose sometimes. It's the way of the world, brother. Everybody's trying to win. You got good people playing the game, you know? There's no shame in it. Okay, that was, every once in a while, I do like a little test kitchen sort of thing here. And try a new style of tower construction to see if maybe that's going to be the ticket that's going to, you know, separate the wheat from the chaff. I'll just tell you straight out, no wheat or chaff were harmed in the making of this video. Okay, we've cultivated some aggression. I thought long and hard about the way I wanted to approach this. Now I'm cool with the aggression. I was uncool with the aggression for a bit, honestly, because I didn't think that I had the heat necessary. Still not fully convinced I have the heat necessary, but... You know, if you wait till you're ready, there's a chance you might never be ready. And if you wait till you matter, there's a chance you won't even be mattered, you know, from Men in Black. Sorry, we weren't even on attackers that whole time, which renders the entire speech completely inconsequential. I apologize. We did still get some kills in the process, but we got those kills in spite of ourselves, not because of ourselves. Okay, put me back on KOs. You really want to just pass this back and this garbage back and forth for the rest of your natural life? Like, this is where you want me to fight off 3 people? That's it? That's just another day at the office. You know, Michael Scott, Dwight Schrute, those guys, those fellows. Nothing wrong with it, like if that's how you want to live your life, I suppose. But at the same time, you know, we're out here trying to maybe get like a little bit more of a Parks and Recreation sort of thing going on here. Trying to get that vibe sorted out. If you know what I mean. You hate to see it. Do you hate to see it? No, I don't think we hate to see it. I think we are modestly pleased to see it. Like a band from Ithaca, Washington. Just the slightest degree of caution. We're doing a little test kitchen aspect here. Just to see if maybe one attacker with badges. Let's get him. This is it's a dangerous world we're weaving for ourselves here. My man is down at the very bottom, and he is a badge lord, perhaps of the highest order. I don't know. Maybe yes, maybe no. What I do know is that he's not going to go gently into that good night. Dylan Thomas. Look it up, sweetheart. It's called poetry. He's getting a little higher. I notice he's got some garbage. It's one of the rare times I'm not going to be like a stoic or isolationist. What we're going to do is hope that we've got some cooperation. Something we don't normally ask for in the game of Tetris 99. He's pivoted off of me. You fool. I'm going back to badges. You can't stop me. The only reason you pivot is if you're scared. That's a universal truth of Tetris 99. Except when I get scared, I don't pivot. I get even. Send them. Send them. I'll tell you, I don't think I would like to receive that, were I in his badge lordy position. But receive it he did. Send them again. This is one of the very, very, very few times in the entire history I've been playing this game I've ever targeted a single individual with this level of malice. I basically am just rooting for his complete disaster, his utter destruction. Look, I know you're attacking me right now. I got bigger fish to fry, so if you could just F off for a moment. I see that he's still sending. Look, I didn't expect him to go easy. Plus, he's got a big, he's got a damage setup here that, you know, is worth mentioning. So, it's not just gonna roll over. Would not recommend. Everything's back to relative normalcy. He's almost dead, dude. You gotta invest everything into the send. Somebody else got his freaking badges, man. We put in the legwork on that one. Somebody swooped in at the last second. Hey, nice story, nerd. Mind if I run with it as the headline for tonight's nightly news? Disrespectful. Just disrespectful. But you know what? There's no respect in Tetris. There's no honor amongst thieves. That's a little slow. The only honor is the honor you create for yourself. Now this guy, he's bringing heat. Did you bring enough for the whole class? Did you bring enough for the whole class? Did you? Did you bring enough for the whole class, though? Is what I've been trying to convey. Did you bring any more? Because I'm starting to run out of gas myself. Okay, we've screwed it. I mean, you know, there's something to be said when you're in the final 14 people and you have like 6 people on you with badges all simultaneously attacking you. Even if we hadn't placed that piece wrong, I think we were probably screwed. The way out for us in that one was if we had managed to kill the badge lord, which unfortunately, like, I mean, maybe somebody else was putting in an equal or greater amount of work, but I felt like I was squeezing the life out of him for like 8 minutes. When he finally died, he's like, you know, it's like you headshot him with a tier 2 helmet with a Car 98K in PUBG, and then I come along with a crossbow and go, thunk, catch him in the leg. My kill. Okay, we didn't need to set it up like this. The horizontal long piece to begin with is a bit of a... It's a rude way to live your life, you know? It's just the slightest bit of non-required disrespect to the long piece. One of the more respectable pieces in the game, even though I talk about, I think that a lot of people maybe respect it a little bit too much, but can you ever have such a thing as too much respect? Great question. Okay, we gotta... I screwed it up. I screwed it up / we got a series of suboptimal pieces. Okay, now we got something going on here. Really? He must have been dealing with some stuff I don't want to pile on. Just like, you know, when you see somebody bail out like that this early in a Tetris game, you just gotta ask yourself, like, hey, put yourself in their shoes. How would you feel? Some big shot streamer made fun of you because you screwed up in a game of Tetris. Probably not so good, right? Especially if it was a cool guy like me. Got a lot of attackers, and I have no idea why. Like, not being sarcastic. I'm actually kind of dumbfounded as to how so many people found themselves attacking me, but they've bailed now. I wish they would return. I wish they would return. That's up to them, though. You know, that's not a very good move there, but that's okay. They're writing their own novel. You know, everybody you see is fighting a battle in their own mind. Wise words. Not Dylan Thomas, by the way. You can still look it up, but you won't find it under Dylan Thomas. I don't know who wrote that one. Probably some Redditor with a poopy butt. I'm sorry, that was beneath me. Okay. Yeah, give him one of those. One of these. One of those. One of those will fit just fine. And how about one of these? Then you got a nice little setup going on here. Nothing to really concern yourself with too much. And then you give him a little of that. And a little of that. And a little okay. Did not realize. Whoever handled phase 1 of this tower was a real dummy. Screwed up the construction a little bit. Kind of threw me for a loop. It's okay. We'll get there. Via one of those. 2 KOs. 3 KOs. Okay. 3 KOs is where I start to get a little bit like... I'll let myself get just the slightest hint of excitement. Prior to that, you know... It's not like it's not good to have more KOs. What are you doing, dude? But 3 is like, I think it's the first number where you start to be like, you know what? We got something half decent going on here. Sometimes you just gotta own up to the fact that your old cerebral cortex kind of screwed you. Probably not the right time to bail out of that one either. But here we are. So this is where, above all else, please God, no aggression for like 2 seconds. Kind of brought it upon myself by sending dozens of lines out into the world. Okay, just stay frosty. See, that's a... Yeah, so, I mean, my bad. But also, it's consistently, like, the Z piece, if it comes down in a spot where it locks in, cancel Christmas. You're not going to rotate it out. The long piece, it'll sit on a razor's edge for like 10 seconds. You can go tuk, 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 tuk. The Z piece is just like docking successful, you know? It's got freaking Gorilla Glue. Sorry, we got a couple more here. Not bad performances, but I'm trying to get tippy top meta working again. Sorry, I got to do it from a camera context. Get up to the tippy top, cultivate some aggression, send them. I'm starting to think like, and this is a bit of a, you know, I'm theory crafting Tetris 99 strategy, which is always a dangerous prospect. For me at least. I'm not worried about that at all. Yet. You know, I'm still not worried about it. Okay, it's just, like, I would rather not do this, but you're not even really forcing my hand. You're just forcing me to choose between, like, complete safety and likely safety. And I'll choose complete safety because I had a point to make. What I was gonna say is, I wonder if you can combine strategies. I wonder if you could combine the strategy of pretend you're bad and cultivate aggression with the strategy of... Well, it's a completely new strategy, so I kind of built like myself into a hole here from a commentary standpoint. What I mean is, what if you targeted badge lords? And you got into a fight with the badge lords, made them into an attacker, pivoted to attackers, and just freaking let them have it, dude. I'm also noticing, like, badge lord, he was temporarily in trouble. Okay, we're deviating from our own strategy here, which is not always bad. You know, it could actually be very good. But I think our whole game plan for the moment is continue trying to cultivate some sort of aggression here. One attacker means, you know, just put me back on KOs briefly. We've been all over the place so far. Just waiting. The time will come when we have a setup and the enemy's coming after us to really go for something like this. For now, we should probably just, you know, let me put it this way. We would be wise to get our head out of our you-know-where and just focus on actually sending some lines. And if you're going to send some lines, you know, KO's one of the better places for them to go. big misstep on that one, but plenty of time to recover. Plenty of time to recover. One of these. I see it. One of these. One of these. Oh, Lord, that's not how you do that one. Thought I had a long piece. No funny jokes, please. No funny jokes allowed here. I'm the only person allowed to attempt to make funny jokes here. Okay, we got ourselves back, though. Top 50 is probably not the time to try out anything this bold. But at the same time, I'm like, dude, we got nothing. So I'm switching to badges, and I'm going up high. And the idea here is like, now that we got ourselves a little bit of room to play around with, maybe if I can fight off the badge lords, there's a chance I could take their badges and leverage that for a win. If it doesn't work, the good news is I was probably gonna die later anyway as a result of, you know, the badge lords just kind of outclassing you, passing your badges to someone else. So I think, you know, when you find yourself in a position of strength, the time is right to start sending some badges yourself. Or to start attacking badges yourself, you know? Try to bring the fight to them just a teensy bit. Anytime I get sent like one little baby line, I know I'm doing something right. That means somebody literally cleared like a single line. Probably for survival purposes. And at this point, like, look, I got no guarantee that we're on the right strategy, you know what I mean? But what I'm gonna do is just stay focused on what we're doing right here. We do have a 25% damage multiplier. It's not nothing. My thinking is very, very simple. If this doesn't work, we were probably toasted regardless. Oh, it's a spiced one. Might not have been the optimal placement. I know you're like, what do you mean might? Well, I don't know. I looked at those pieces and my brain said, hey, you gotta make an executive decision here. Well, consider the executive decision made. It's, I'm gonna be honest with you, it's not looking too good. The badge lord is holding out too strong. We're 12th. That doesn't leave us a whole lot of time to make this happen. We got another badge lord on the case. He's spiced, he's jealous. He's like, why'd you target the other badge lord instead of me? Wasn't I the alpha badge lord? I'm sorry to tell you that at that present moment in time, you were not the alpha badge lord. You know, it was meant with no disrespect, but I can understand how, like, you might take it that way, depending on the fragility of your ego. Brain, fully corked, fully overclocked. Herbie, fully loaded. Except for that move. That move is really bad. That one, I swear to God, it just stopped rotating mid-rotation. I'm just looking for any piece that likes to be on the right side of the screen. That's that's one of those situations where you're like, you know what? We built in a hugely ambitious way on top of the garbage hole. Oh no! Oh no! I blew it. It won't. It did get over. No. Okay. Well, dude, let me tell you, like, straight up, I'm hitting you with one more because I'm mad. I blew it up, like, so extraordinarily. That was a choke. We shouldn't have been in the mix to begin with, but once we started getting some KOs, we had a chance. But there was really, really poor play. It started down at the bottom here. I mean, you can't see where my mouse pointer is, but it started down at the bottom. I get a little hasty, and following that point, it sort of just progressively slipped away. We picked up a few KOs in the top 10, though, which really, just to be honest with you, everybody involved with that situation should be very embarrassed. But I am also embarrassed, so that's all I ask, is that, you know, we interface on a similar level. Okay, it's definitely like a mistake was made. It's probably the worst possible way you could build this sort of setup right at the very beginning. Sorry, it actually is better than it looks, but not by much. Sometimes you gotta take the L before you can take the dub. You know what I mean? Okay, somehow in this comedy of errors, I'm going for it. Somehow in this comedy of errors, we found ourselves not only not dead, but actually with a pretty decent series of constructions, in my opinion. I'm still, like, the only reason this strategy ever has a chance to manifest anything is because everybody in this game is as lazy as I am, apparently. All they do, they put it on KOs and go, now I'm just gonna play Tetris. Wait for the cash to roll in. Not today. Not today, you opportunistic sons of guns. You're gonna have to be a better classic criminal. Not for long. I'll probably make a mistake that eats me out of existence, but for a brief moment, largely exclusively near the start of the game, you're gonna have to put up a little bit more of a fight than that. Let me tell you. We have 3 KOs. Now I'm like, dude, what if we marry our strategies now? What if with 3 KOs? No, don't be an idiot. That's my message to myself here. What would being an idiot look like in this situation? It would involve switching off from attackers when you've cultivated this much aggression and are in like a super good position to send. There's just no reason to deviate right now. Honestly, it's like the fastest top 50 we've seen so far. And, you know, it feels nice. I think we had something to do with it. Okay, so construct the walls of your well. You know? You can't... You're gonna have to do better than that. I'm not gonna say you can't get me like that, because that is just inviting me being gotten like that. All I'm gonna say is you're gonna have to work harder than that. This guy has 4 badges already, and immediately... Okay, my mistake, sir. I understand. Oh, I'm a big important badge lord. Oh, I'm a really important guy over here. Okay, so he saw me again. I've gotten his attention. Oh, look at me. I'm a big important badge lord. I don't like to be targeted for deletion. Okay, dude. Whatever. Nerd. Still only 1 attacker. I almost feel bad. I was just gonna say, because my attacker was also, like, very nearly killed, but then we killed him, so not much to feel bad for now. Oh, the badge lord, he's close! Go for it. Hit him with everything you got. He's already dead. Yo, but the other badge lord is not that strong. Feed me. Feed me your badges. Don't get cocky. This is an extreme don't get cocky situation. We need an orange piece. We need a blue piece, long piece, and then another blue piece, please. This'll work. Perhaps not optimally, but, you know, sometimes you just gotta own up to your own idiocy. Do something along... I know. Why are you building on top of the garbage hole? Because I don't get to control the pieces that come down, okay? If I could, I would ask for pieces more conducive to getting us away from this garbage hole. That's not in the cards, though. There, you happy? I don't really like situation much. I think you'd really just place that and get ready to... What have you done? You did. While targeting the Badge Lord. You had the audacity to do that while you're targeting the Badge Lord. It's like when you got company over. You start acting silly. Mama told you not to. You did it anyway. Misbehaving. Yeah, I know how it is. I watch the show. Oh, yeah. We're only at 50% up. Okay, I mean, that's... I say only with a little hint of, like, you know, still pretty good. But it could be better is the other connotation there. Good send. Good save. You're back at the bottom. Feeling okay. Closing in. Some radio silence. I think we gotta go mindless KO strat right now. When it works, it works. We could afford to stall, but only briefly. It's okay. More than okay. It might have been unavoidable. Almost. That's gonna send somebody. It would have sent me. I'm just gonna assume they were sent, but I didn't get the kill, because that's the only thing that makes my self-esteem be able to handle that. No panics. No panic. Good example of not panicking. I knew it. Did you see the pivot at the end there? When I took a little peek, and then I went, we got him. Ladies and gentlemen, we got him. It feels good. I hate to watch you go, but I love to lead. For now, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. We'll be back to see if we can continue maybe a little bit of a streak here. But for now, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, click the like button. Helps out a great deal. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. For now, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. See ya.